Throughout my years of schooling, I was probably the most mindless kid in the classroom. I would do any impulsive thing my brain wanted. I developed a philosophy in school that being funny was the highest desire to strive for at all costs, even if it meant the worst consequences. And the worst consequences to a 6-year-old is getting sent into the principal's office. The idea really feels like life in prison at the time. I was like Gandhi getting thrown in for the sake of my philosophies back in the 1st grade, when I had the huge idea to piss on the floor of the bathroom. I was in the bathroom, but in that walkway part before you turn the corner with some of my goons. I knew that pissing here would be awesome, so I just went for it, and right as I started to piss, one of the teachers walked past the bathroom. As he saw me with my meat out in broad daylight, I was like, fuck. And shit, after that, I got sent in for my first ever detention with the principal, and he said that he was gonna call my mom. Those are the words any 1st grader would piss himself to, except that all of my piss was on the ground of the bathroom. After school, when my mom came to pick me up, I was trembling in my boots to open the car door. That bone rattling sound effect was playing in my head, but when I came in, she thought that shit was funny too. And from that point on, I found out that if I can be funny enough, I can get away with anything. Jumping forward to 2nd grade, and I'm starting to feel real jaded from the time I served last year. Word is spreading around classroom about this thing called the middle finger, and I'm real intrigued. So as the bell rang for recess, I pulled out a middle finger of my own towards one of my friends. But bro was so offended by this, he snitched on me. So the teacher comes up to me like, yo, don't do that, you're in massive trouble. And I knew I was gonna go back to the principal's, and I couldn't go back. I couldn't serve more time. So I used my classic move. I started to cry my eyes out. I don't know what it means, I just wanted to do it. I knew full well what it meant, but this got me through without having to face the principal's office. And by 3rd grade, I'm a goat at this whole thing. I had faced and nearly avoided the principal so many times at this point, I had the confidence to say the fuck word out loud to myself in the middle of empty fields. So me and my boy Junior start just saying fuck to each other until the point where he gets mad at me and starts chasing me around. So I'm running for my life, making a beeline for the bathroom, and as I run in there, I jump into a stall to avoid him. But when I hop over, there's a kid shitting right in front of me, and he starts screaming. This scared away Junior, but once that kid got his poo-poo out, I started begging him to not tell the teacher. I was on my hands and knees pleading for forgiveness, but he didn't listen to a word I said. So of course he snitches, and we both go to the principal's office. As we both sit there, the principal tells us to sit down and tell the story from both of our perspectives, and I get a genius idea. The victim starts telling his story, and I'm silent, creating an entire narrative in my head. So when it's my turn, the plan is to make him look bad, because when he hears my lies, he's gonna be so angry, he's gonna be talking over me while I'm lying. And compared to me being stoic and not cutting him off once during his story, it'll make me look so good. It was for real like Death Note with Light Yagami and L. And then when my turn came, I said the greatest lie of my life. So principal, I was in the bathroom shitting in the toilet when this fucking kid came in and started pushing me onto the ground. When I said that I would alert the authorities to the incivility of his actions, he decided to get to it first before I could finish wiping. And just like that, I was clean and learned that I could easily lie to people in order to achieve what I want in life. But that was also really scary. So throughout 4th grade, I was a little shaken up by the incident. So I played it safe and didn't really get in much trouble. The only thing I got in trouble for was grabbing my little bits and thrusting in the air during music class because I thought Michael Jackson was cool. It wasn't until 5th grade that I started throwing pencils into people's eyes. It was the first day at a brand new school, so I was scouting around before class started to find friends. I saw 2 of my boys, Roman and Cole, playing Minecraft in real life on the playground, and I wanted to join so badly. It looked so awesome. awesome, but I didn't know how to make the first move. I waited all day trying to figure out how to befriend them so I could join in on Minecraft in real life. And then when my history class came, I saw that Roman sat right next to me. And knowing that he loves Minecraft just like me, I made my first move. So you know what Minecraft is? Yeah, bro, I love Minecraft. All right, then hear me out. Why do they call it flint and steel if you'll use iron to make it? We pondered this incredible opener for a minute until I showed Roman that one trick to fling pencils around. Then I threw it into his fucking eyeball and we both went to the front office. And from that point forward, I got to play Minecraft in real life every day. My days of being a classroom menace went on hold for 6th grade because I was homeschooled, but once 7th grade came, I had been channeling my energy for that entire year. I came back with a whole new beast inside me. I did all sorts of trolling this entire year and felt completely unstoppable. I remember making this 9/11 presentation that's still on my channel, but unlisted for obvious reasons. One time, my friend passed out from drinking a full pack of Mountain Dews in class. I could make a whole video about 7th grade. But the one time I actually got sent to the principal's office this year was on the last day of school. This asshole named Brian told my friend group that we were just able to leave school early, but he didn't mention that his mom was picking him up. But we believed him, so during lunch, we all just walked away. We thought that the year was truly finally over. We went to the park swinging in blissful ignorance when suddenly our 400-pound behemoth of a math teacher walks around the corner and screams, "Get back here!" So we start to panic. In a moment of fight or flight, we all decided to run into the forest because the teacher was way too big to chase us. But as we started to run away, she started blackmailing us that she would call our parents if we didn't come back. So sorrowfully, we all walked back to school with her and she's like, "Sit outside the office for a second for us to talk about what we're gonna do with you kids." Damn, bro, I really thought we had it. We're fucked. She's gonna make us go to summer school, dude. And then before she came out, the actual bell for the end of the school year rang and we all just ran away as hard as we could. And it never got brought up again. Skipping forward to the 9th grade, I had a little YouTube channel with my circle of friends we would upload slop to. One of those videos was a staged meme of one of my friends recording first person, him opening a stall in the bathroom on one of my friends and fake assaulting him. They uploaded the video and eventually it somehow got back to the principal and those two got sent to the front office. He mentioned some pretty serious stuff about how this is a crime to record in a bathroom and that one of the students could suffer a lawsuit. But I don't think that he realized that neither of the kids cared and that the video was fake, but that ended up in a suspension, which seemed a little out of pocket. Now, I didn't have any more instances of the principal's office until my senior year. I had moved to a new town, but decided to do a trip back to my old town for spring break. My old school wasn't on spring break yet, so I just attended it with my friends, and if anyone asked questions, I would say that I'm shadowing. I made it through like 3 periods and I was on a pretty good roll until one of the teachers got suspicious of me and sent me to the front office, and the principal was like, "God damn it, why is this kid back?" And ever since then, I've gone straight. Now that I've graduated, I have never been sent to the principal's office, and I see that as a massive W for the books. Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe. Bye.